Good evening, YouTube. This is Chapter 5 of the Blobs Attack of the Glitchies, Volume 2 by Justin Stewart. Chapter 5, The Reunion. Wilby sat cross-legged in a small living room. Unlike Chubbs, he wasn't busy exploring, even though he had everything you could ever dream of. Stripes of glowing lights along the edges of the ceiling, his beloved lava lamp, his glow-in-the-dark sticker collection, a glass case with his pet glowworms. Instead, his focus was locked onto the trio of glowing doomsicles resting in his hands. The doomsicles were shining brighter than ever, while their soft hum filled the room. Wilby's unusual hyperactivity was gone. He stared at the shards completely still, with his head tilted as if he was listening to some secret they were whispering to him. With this much power, you could be the hero, you could save the day. The thought was gripping him so tightly that when his chat-com dinged, he jolted in surprise. Snapping out of the trance, he blinked, shaking his head. He glanced down at the screen and grinned, shoving doomsicles in his pocket. He said to them, "Well, you have to hang out again later. Right now, the team needs me." Kadetsky strolled through the new neighborhood, taking in the sights, colorful houses, fresh landscaping, and the occasional blob neighbor giving a friendly wave. Beyond the neatly organized subdivision, he finally reached Goosebob's place, a rusty old barn that looked like it might fall over someone sneezed too hard. Music blared from inside, and the sound of clanking tools echoed through the walls. Before Kadetsky's could Wilby and Zoma appeared. Kadetsky's Wilby shouted, arms spread wide. "Oh, I missed you. It's been so long since we've seen each other." Kadetsky raised an eyebrow. "Wilby, it's been 3 hours." Wilby grinned. "My lady," he said, spinning towards Zoma in an exalted bow. "We are far too long, but we are back together. At last. If I had a rose to give you as a token of my affection." He looked around and pulled a near sweet out of the ground and handed it to Zoma. Zoma held the stalk at arm's length, bits of dirt falling off the roots, and shots of Kadetsky's. A shot Kadetsky looked. "This is never going to end, is it?" she muttered under her breath before pushing the weathered door open. Kadetsky chuckled and followed her inside. Clank, clank. In his new workshop, Goosebob hammered away at the mystery project. Metal pieces of all shape and sizes lay scattered across the cluttered workbench. His eyes were laser focused, his massive hands moving with surprising precision. Goosebob Wilby's voice shattered the calm as the barrel in the workshop. Zooming past Kadetsky and Zoma in his usual chaotic fashion, he knocked over tools and scattered screws, sending half the table's contents to the floor. Before Goosebob could react, Wilby launched himself at his leg, wrapping his arms around like a needy toddler. "Big fella, boy, oh boy, I'm glad to see you." Slightly annoyed, Goosebobs sighed and gave his leg a shake. Wilby flew back like a ragdoll, crashing into some shelves behind him. Tools and gadgets tumbled off, but Wilby popped up with an unscathed grin. Goosebob laughed and shook his head. "Great to see you too, little man. We all got brand new houses. Why does yours look so old and it's like to fall down?" Kadetsky's ordered, eyeing the structure with unease. Goosebumps shrugged. My place back home was like this, and I liked it." Whoa, Zelma's voice broke through the cast as she stared at the contraption of Goosebumps' table. "What are you working on?" Goosebumps wiped his hands on his apron, his face lighting up with pride. "Oh, nothing much. Just a new drone design. I've had plans in my mind for a while. Now that I'm settling in here, figure this is a good time as any to start working on." Kadetsky studied a sheet of detailed drone design spread out on the workbench. "Wow, you're really cool, Goosebob. I heard you built that drone you guys needed. You used to rescue me from the Glitchies. Well, why didn't you tell us you could come up with designs like this?" Goosebob's proud smile faded. "Well, I don't know. Nobody I know has ever really cared about the stuff like I like. I guess I didn't figure you guys would care either." The room fell quiet for a moment, deciding to have faith that the rickety old barn wasn't about to collapse on its side. Kadetsky stepped closer. Thanks for letting us see this, Goosebump. Really, and of course we care. Are you kidding? We're crewmates for life now. And you got skills. I mean, we cared about what you're into anyways. Even if it was something like less useful, like knitted bob wings, noodle jewelry, dough bear plushies. Wilby, as usual, was grinning as goofy smile. Zelma shook his head but smiled as Goosebump. I, for one, would love to hear more about your projects. And remember, I build hover disk, Kadetsky pointed out. We definitely need to talk hardware and specs. Goosebumps' expression softened. He smiled, genuine smile spread across his face. Cool. Just then, Wilby clapped his hands abruptly. Breaking mood. Guys, where's Chubbs? Justin? I see what you did there. I really saw what you did there in chapter 5 with that guy in the very last page of the chapter. Nice touch.